Hello guys, welcome back. I hope you are doing great. Let's go through Git integration in Databricks in this video. This is the 20th video in the 30 days of Databricks series. I highly recommend you to watch the previous videos before you watch this, but it's not mandatory. So what I'm going to go through in this video is 3 steps. There is this 30 days of Databricks repo in my GitHub account. I will show you how you can download or how you can clone this particular repository into your Databricks account. That is the first step. And the next step, I will show you how you can link your GitHub into the Databricks account so that you can commit or push your changes into Git. Git meaning that in GitHub as an example, but there are many providers as you can see here where you can do the similar kind of integration. Let's get started. Okay, so here I am on the UI. For the first part, how you can clone this particular 30 days of Databricks. First, you need to go inside, of course. Here you can clone by just clicking this code icon. Here is this clone. You need to copy this here. So copy it. That is the first part. Now you need to go to this Databricks UI, but you don't see any Git part here. If you go to this workspace, there is this repos. If you go inside this, you might see your email address, or if there is not also, it's not a problem. You can go to these 3 dots. It will be there. It says here create Git folder. If I click this create Git folder, it will open this, okay, add repo. So here it says location, and this is the location it is being provided for me. But for you, if you are using this for the first time, probably it will not show these basics, for example, your email address, but it will just show the repos for you. Now you can create a repo by cloning a Git repository, or you can just do without this also. If you do with this, you can paste something here. If you click or uncheck this, you cannot paste here. So you can just create a repo here. What is the provider? You can also provide this. You need to just provide the repo name and then create repo. That is how you create the repo in Databricks. But I want to clone the existing one. So what I'm going to do is check this. It says create repo by cloning a Git repository. I will go here. I will paste this. This is the GitHub link that I just copied. And here is the GitHub. And then 30 days of Databricks is automatically given here based on the repository name. Here, I don't need to go to these advanced things. I will show you later. But if you just click this create repo now, it is, as it is mentioning here, creating repo in the background. Now, as you can see inside this basics data science email, there is 30 days of Databricks. And inside this, you can see all the folders that I have created. What is this? I am creating each folder for each day. And if there is something which I need to provide you that you can run by yourself, I will be uploading there. For example, let's go to this basic data transformation. If I go inside this, so there is a readme file. If you go inside readme file, I have provided the website link, and this is the video link. But if you go one step back now, so how to go one step back? You can click this workspace. You are there. And what is this data transformation? If you click this, and this is the notebook that I was going through when I created that video, and I have uploaded that into Git so that you can run now. So this is how you can clone this, and now you can just run these cells by attaching the cluster. But if you want to make some changes, and you cannot push that into GitHub, for that you need to do the Git integration. So that is what I'm going to show you now. There are two ways how you can do the Git integration. By the way, you might be wondering from where I went to this link. Let me go to the main page here. So this is the main page. If you go to this email address, and there is user settings, go to user settings, there is linked accounts, and this is the Git integration. There are two ways. One is the link Git account. You can go through these few clicks. Next one is the personal access token. If you want to know more, here is the link being provided. You can click the link. It will take you to the Databricks documentation. Okay, Git integration with Databricks repos. And what I'm going to cover here is this configure Git credentials and connect to a remote repo to Databricks. So for this, what you need to do, this video is going to be a little bit longer because I will show you both of this. And this personal access token, as you can go here, it says that this feature is not supported with GitHub Enterprise Server. So if you are using the GitHub Enterprise Server at this moment, this is not supported. You need to go with the personal access token. But for now, let us just go with the Git. If I go this GitHub Enterprise, as you can see here, it redirects me to the personal access token. That is what it was saying there in the documentation. If I go to GitHub, it shows us the two links and I can go to the Git link Git account. First, let's go through the link Git account. What I can do now is just click this link. If I click this link, it will open in the new tab in the browser. And here it says link successful. So configure in GitHub to allow access to private repositories. So why did it says me already GitHub linked is because I have already opened my Git here, and once I have already tested this. So it directly shows me that it is linked. But for you, you should approve that so that it is linked. So that's how it works. Now it is linked, but there is still one step as it was mentioning. I am here connect your Databricks account to other services, configure in GitHub. So what there is two things that you need to do. First, you need to link from this particular website. It is linked, but now it says here configure in GitHub. If I click this one, it says here install Databricks. So that is the next step. Where do you want to install Databricks? Because I have three different things. I will say, okay, Sudarshan Koirala. If I go inside this, it says here install on your personal account Sudarshan Koirala. Only select the repositories or all repositories. You can choose whichever you want. I can just say, okay, all repositories for now, or I can just select the particular repository. If I go to select only repository, I can select from here. Let's say that I want to go with some random things. Okay, 30 days of Databricks. I will go this one and I can just go with that. But for you, you can just go with all repositories, or I can go actually with all repositories. I will just click this one and I will say install. If I click this install, okay, use GitHub Mobile, meaning that it is going to go through two steps here. First, it is going to authorize because it might be thinking that someone else is going to do this. So I'm going to use GitHub Mobile in order to assess this. I will get back to you once that is done. Okay, I authorized from my GitHub Mobile because I have made it so that if I want to log in here, I want to authorize via GitHub Mobile. So you can use password as it was mentioned there. Now it says here install now, read access to metadata, and read and write access to the code. All repositories, this is saved. I am the owner of these 30 days of Databricks. What I can do now is if I go to the place where I just cloned that before, I will go to repos. Inside the repos, I have 30 days of Databricks. Now I can go to any of these folders. Let me go to this readme.md. So this is the normal things I have written here. I will go here and just as a simple example, I will say here git integration done. Okay, so git integration done. I made some changes here. So how I can push now is if you go to this main, I can go here and it will show me that okay, there is some changes happening here. So it says git integration done and it says that one changed file. And one thing that you need to notice here is I'm doing this in the main branch. But always when you do something, you need to create a branch and then do this. It is a good practice. I will show that in the next personal access token. But for now, let me just push this into the main branch because that's only where I am working, or I push something there. No one is collaborating me in that particular repository. I can go here and write some commit message. I can say git integration done. And now if I do commit and push, it is going to be pushed in my GitHub account. So it says here successfully committed and pushed changes to your branch main. Meaning that now if I go to my GitHub account, here you see that there is nothing here. But if I refresh this page, it should be something here. Okay, git integration done. And if you scroll a bit, I said, okay, Sudarshan Koirala git integration done is being pushed from Databricks. This is how you can configure. Now you can do whatever you want to do and then push your changes into GitHub. That is how it works. That is how you do from the UI part. Now let's also see or go through the example from where you can do the personal access token. If I go to the user settings, I go to the linked accounts, and this is already linked now, but first I need to unlink this. What I will do, unlink, delete git credentials, I will say delete, so that is gone. This is how, this is the one way how you can do the git integration. Now let's go with the personal access token. So it says here, okay, what is the email address or the username and the token. So from where we get this, if I go to my GitHub account, if I go to this, so Sudarshan Koirala is my username. So what I can do, I can go here and then just type here Sudarshan Koirala, Sudarshan dash Koirala. That is my username. You can provide your email address also, but you need to provide the email address which is used in the GitHub, not in Databricks. Now, if you go to this icon here, you need to go all the way down to the settings here. If you go to the settings, and all the way down here, there is developer settings. You need to go here. Okay, here it says personal access tokens. You need to go inside this. This is fine grained tokens. It is in the beta. I don't want to go there now, but let's go with the tokens classic. I will go to the classics. Here we can generate the new token. Again, I will go with the classics, and you can give the name. Okay, what's this token for? I can say Databricks, just Databricks, or you can be precise, Databricks integration. So I can say what is the expiry date. You can choose from here 7 days, 30 days, no expiration or something like that. I will go with 7 days. That's what you can choose. And from here you can select the scopes based on your use cases. But here I will just go with the repos, meaning that full control of private repositories. That's all I want to do. And when I click this, as you can see here, this repo status, repo deployment, public repo, public invite, security events, all are being clicked automatically. So all the way down, I can say generate token. Okay, token is being generated, and you need to copy this, because if you don't copy now, then you will not be able to view that again. I copied this here. And if I go to my Databricks here, in the token part, I need to go here and Control V, paste that. And if I save this now, as you can see, I don't want to save it. It says here GitHub personal access token. It is being used. So now what we can do, by the way, this is here. I will delete this later. I'm just showing you now. Right? What the main idea is, why I said you need to copy, is if you refresh this page, now you cannot view this. That's the reason you need to copy when that is being created. Now what I'm going to do is clone some other things. If I go to your repositories, let me go with the YouTube stuff. This is the repo where I put most of my YouTube stuffs, which I create in YouTube. So I will go here. I will copy this again. Now what I can do is go to my Databricks account, go to this workspace, repos, and here I can go and create Git folder again. And here I will just do Control V. So this is Git YouTube stubs. It is already given here. Advanced stubs, sparse checkout mode. I don't want to do this. Git credentials, as you can see here, it is already noticed that, okay, I have personal access token here, and I can just say create repo. When I create this now, because before I just clone the 30 days of Databricks so that I cannot push anything, but now after I did the Git integration, I can also push something into the GitHub now inside this repository also. Let's say that there is something here. Let me again go to the readme file. There is somewhere. And what I will do is here I will just go inside and then just write here something. Okay, Git integration done. If I go out, it is there. And now if I go to this main, okay, it is inside the main. But let's say that I want to do this in a branch. How can I do this? I will create a branch here. I will go here, create the branch. I will say here git in, let's say, test, and then I will give git integration. If I create this, a branch is being created here. But now, as you can see here, this is the Git integration. I haven't pushed anything into the Git now, but if you go to the Git and if I refresh the page and if I go here, there is already the test Git integration. One thing that you need to be careful here is, although you haven't pushed anything, when you create the branch in Databricks, it is already created in GitHub or any other Git providers that you use. Because I haven't pushed anything, and you might be thinking, okay, I haven't done anything, but it's already been created here. And if I go inside this particular branch now, and if I go to README, but it is created the new branch, but I haven't pushed something, meaning that it is similar to the main branch. It is just a clone of the main branch. If I go here and change something, now let's say that I want to change this. So I will just go here and just do git integration done. And I will do commit and push. Now when I commit and push, it is going to be committed, as it is saying here, into that branch. Now if I again go here, if I refresh the page, I will see here git integration done, and this is in the test branch. If you go to the main branch, there is nothing here. So this is how you work in Git. I hope you know how Git works. And now if I had made some significant change or some useful changes, I could just go here and compare and create the pull request, and somebody will view that and then merge that into the main. But this is just for testing purpose, so I'm not going to merge this into the main branch. So yeah, that's all for this video. We went three different topics. First, I just showed you how you can just clone a GitHub repo and start running that into Databricks account. Second, we went to this UI part, into the user settings, and we did the Git integration. There were two integrations done. One, we just click here and there and we did the connection or the Git integration. And the next one, we use the personal access token. I hope now you learned all the necessary steps which you need to know about Git integration into Databricks. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.